Hey, greetings everyone, it's GleeCon, and I'm back again bringing you another episode of Lore of Warcraft. Thank you for tuning in. Whoops, forgot to mute the phone. That's the sound of updates. So we were about to finish doing Morogh. We pretty much almost could have finished it last time, except we read the level 16 quest, so stay a while and listen. We also did the blacksmithing quest, which had us running over to Loch Modan, even though we're not really going to quest there. That's kind of where we ended up. So we just have a few quests. This Gearing Red Ridge is not one that we're going to complete right now. We did asynchronous because I wanted to get all of that junk out of my bag. We were carrying so much stuff for the resupplying the front quest line. But yeah, so what do we actually have here? Let's take a peeky poo. So in here we have these different quests in Ironforge. Nothing that we... Oh, that's a key to the Syrian Gorge. So, darn it, I took the wrong pass. It should have been north, not south. I guess that's how you get to the Syrian Gorge. BT dub. I have not done that with any of my characters in years. So I guess I've never even walked that far south. But what we do have to accomplish is there's a few quests here in the Bolar Quarry. There is this little, it's almost a one-shot, might be a one-shot, the Lost Pilot, and then the Shimmer Stout, basically leading us into Loch Modan here. And then within Loch Modan, we'll get a quest that sends us into Thelsamar, is what I think this is called, maybe. And then we'll also go drop the Find Bingles quest off. Even though there is another one in Stormwind. Oh, that's Storm Pike's delivery. Okay. Alright, so we just... Dang it! Well, this is not how you make good time. I was like, we can make this episode shorter because I'm starting it later. I was watching basketball. It was good game for me as a Timberwolves fan. So, very exciting, and it's nice to have sports, especially playoff sports, where your team is relevant, since I didn't get that in the football world this year. And I haven't had that a lot in my life in the past 30 years as a Timberwolves fan. It's been mostly drought. So we've had a couple appearances lately, and then this is the first time where I'm watching a team that I'm like, oh, like they actually have a legit chance. I don't know that they'll really make it all the way, but they have like a legit chance to make it far, maybe even all the way to the end. Alright, so retracing our steps here. I guess we could have done the Loch Modan stuff, but even so, even with this backtracking, I think we'll still probably come in a little bit under. But I'd like to finish it all and then hearth back to Stormwind at the end, because our next set on our sheet here is for our alliance. Because after this we'll finish the Horde as well as Tristful Glades. We'll do a Ragefire Chasm run. And then we'll talk about Moonglade, but there's like nothing that's non-druid there really, or holiday. So she'll be going to Westfall next. So we'll start in Stormwind, and again, I don't think there are necessarily any quests. There are some quests we could pick up here. Okay. Particularly... No, I lied. There are none. Okay, so the only quests for Dead Mines are... Alright, so we're good. Only Dead Mines quests you're going to get in Stormwind. So that's pretty solid, actually. So, we're all good. Here's another little place I guess you could fish. The places you can fish are actually few and far between in Morogh because of the ice. Even the lakes on the map are misleading. Oh my, so I gave a big training at work today. Sure, people were like, they would have preferred to just not have to do it, and I 100% get that. But it was a sort of a legal, preparing for an audit, all of the things that each department would be held responsible for, the legal things that the auditors would be looking for. So basically, I have to give it because I have to sign off when I get audited that I have informed the staff of their legal responsibilities. Why there's a down arrow. There must be a cave somewhere there. Yeah, it's this cave. It's the Trogg cave. I also have to get them to sign that they have been informed of their legal responsibilities and trained in them. And then I have to, from my side, it's pretty much all on me, but when the auditors come, they will go into the different departments and like check the people basically to make sure they're doing their job. So I basically am just telling them, hey, this is what they're looking for. This is what they expect to see. This is these are the rubrics they have used in the years past to assess and score the company and whether we are being above board. And basically, I'll be screwed if you guys don't do it, but
what can I cook?
They'll be like a little bit screwed. Oh, look, we got this 5 pork ribs. I'll be a little bit screwed, but they'll be a little bit screwed. I'll be a lot screwed. And like my higher ups, well, they probably won't be screwed because that guy just got the job that I wanted. So he can just say, I'm just brand new to the job, guys.
Interest you on a pint?
It's pretty much me. I'll get screwed. I get the worst of both worlds on this.
Wires in the land.
You can sell that gun, even though it's nice to find a gun this early. We don't need it. There are 2 quests here that we're going to pick up. We're going to pick up this one.
Those light-blasted Troggs, turning my worksite into a wreck! Look at that! There goes another barrel of powder. Oh! I wish I could go down there and wring every one of their scrawny little necks. I want to kill them all! This can't be good for my health. All this stress and anger. What have they left me with? Nothing. I'd kill them myself, but my aim's no good anymore. You go into the quarry and kill some of the filthy buggers. I'll pay you. Just hurt them, kill them.
Jeez, okay. So, those blasted Troggs. Let's go ahead and pick that up. So we're going to go pop on over to the old quest bank here. Those blasted Troggs. And let's pop over to where we've been walking through. What happened with the perfect stout? I guess I turned that one in. We must have, right? I don't see it in there. Now, where do we turn in the Shimmer Stew? Oh, that's the Shimmer Stout. That's to the guard. Okay. So we picked up those blasted Troggs. We can pick up this other one.
As a member of the Senate and the Explorers League, I've taken it upon myself to take care of this part of the Trogg infestation that has gripped our lands. They've certainly made a mess of Golbola Quarry, and for no reason. As we dug deep into the earth, they poured out, destroying our equipment and driving the miners out. There's not much for us to do to exterminate the lot of them. Rebuild, then get back to work. If you help me with the Troggs, I'll gladly recompense you for your time.
Okay, I believe if you look at this quest to the public servant, this is a tricky one if you look at it, not in terms of like completing it. This one has caused me issues because, I don't know why. It's a level 11, but it requires level 6 only. I don't know why. Somehow I missed this quest a lot. I don't know why. So, I don't know. Alright, and I should probably mark that we picked it up. So, we picked up the public servant. I mean, we have a few, but if you can already sort of kind of see that we're in the home stretch here. I see some ore down there I would like as well. Alright, so let's go pop this ore open, and then we're just going to go kill the Night's Watch on the wall. I like Game of Thrones as much as the next person. I really like the books. my wife and I read them all out loud to each other. We used to do that a lot more. We haven't been doing it as much lately. But we used to like do jigsaw puzzles, and then we would read. We would take turns. Like one of us would read a chapter or whatever in a book, and then the other would work on the jigsaw puzzle, and then we would just go through like, you know, maybe one turn each, or sometimes, depending on, you know, how late we were staying up, 2 turns. The problem with it is it takes a lot of table space, because you're not going to finish a jigsaw puzzle in one night. So you have to decide a dining room size table or whatever. We've used different tables. And there's just, you know, there's only so much time in the world. So, you know, what are we going to spend our time on? Lately, we've been playing World of Warcraft Classic a lot more, so... now, we still usually do it, like, every Christmas. Christmas Eve is a good time for that. Like, she'll wrap presents, I'll do the reading, and then we're kind of silly. Like, we finished a book. It took us, like, 3 Christmases, but we really did it. So, I was just helping that guy out a little bit. We need the skull thumpers. It says I have 5. Oh, I need bone snappers too. I don't know if bone snappers are... Yeah, they're the harder ones. I don't know if that guy was like getting them all or what. Ow. Okay. So I guess let's look for the bone snappers. Yeah, they seem to be more... Oh. Okay, we're gonna be fighting 3. I guess I'm gonna go use my mana. Also, my maces is now working on being level 15, so I guess that's good. So now I'm basically caught up because I am, well, I'm 16, so I'm still a little behind on the maces there. Okay, so now I just need the bone snappers, which is cool. Alright, I see some ore down here, that's why I'm... Oops, dang it. I didn't want to... I wanted to go the other way in that rotation. These guys still, they're not... Even though this is probably supposed to be like one of the harder quests, it's a level 11 quest. That's a tricky one for a first level zone, and it doesn't matter. Dang it, we don't need this one, but I wanted that copper vein back there. You know I love me some copper. Yeah, copper. I gotcha. You better stay away from me, copper. I mean, no, the opposite of that. I don't want you to stay away from me. Come to Glicantessa. Yeah, so I was very worried about this basketball series because this is a team that's one of our rival teams, the Suns, Phoenix Suns, and they beat our butts every single time we played them this year. So I was really annoyed when our seeding came and we lost, and we lost an important final game, and yada yada yada. Basically, we were underdogs in Vegas, and we have done quite well. We've acquitted ourselves quite well over the first 2 games of the series. And then the NFL draft is Thursday night, so I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I almost was gonna skip because I stayed up later watching the basketball game. I was almost gonna not make this video tonight, but then I realized, I was like, oh man, the NFL draft is on Thursday, so small chance I miss it that day, but if I bring it up early, I could probably still get the episode in. But then Friday I also have group D&D. That one is hard for me to make it because it runs kind of late. It's actually so much work to DM it because I'm making it up from scratch. It's a homebrew campaign instead of me using a prepaid module, and I just like, I don't know. It's okay. The people that I set the group up with, like half of them don't even do it. So it ends up being like this guy from work that I don't really like that much. A guy from work that was not one of my original like friends, but he's really grown on me, and now I like him a lot. And then a couple, a husband-wife couple who have each other, and I do work with the wife, and she is very good at her job. She's totally fine. It's just, I mean, she's cool. I just don't like, we wouldn't like hang out outside of work or whatever. Oh man, never mind. I was gonna fight him, but no thanks. I'm just bubbling and getting out of here. I don't even freaking know where I'm going, honestly. I obviously went the wrong way. Yeah. So this is bad for me. I might actually die. Because I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Down here, maybe? Yeah. There we go. I gotta say, I might have to use my, I'll use a potion first. There we go. And then, if I can survive 30 more seconds, I can do a second bubble. If not, I might have to lay on hands. Hey, baby. I'm gonna lay hands all over you. Ah, that's a bad move. Okay, I had to lay hands because of the... getting knocked down. Okay, I got the bubble ready again if I need to. I don't care about the copper vein. Get off me, bro. Alright, so, yeah, I had to blow a lot of cooldowns on that one. But when else are we going to use lay on hands in the next hour? I'm not worried about it. Alright, so we'll turn in the public servant.
It is a start. Hopefully we can take advantage of it and move some mountaineers in to secure the area. Then we can begin to restore our infrastructure and get the miners back to work. Thank you for your assistance, adventurer.
Okay, and then we can also turn in this one.
Well, that makes me feel a little better. But I won't be happy until they're all dead. All of them.
Okay, so I'm going to be careful for a second in case one of them starts up a quest. But we just did those two. We did the public servant, and then we did those blasted Troggs. And from like a lore perspective, I guess all we're really seeing is like, hey, wait, what is this quest? Reginald's New Brew? Did we do that one? I don't think so. Oh well. I don't know where that one goes. Alright, so now let's go up into the other parts of whatever. But yeah, basically from a lore perspective, of course the dwarves have a quarry, of course they're mining, they're dwarves, that's what they do. And in mining, suddenly Troggs, much like what happened in Morogh, they are spilling out, they are crazy. They're causing quite the hullabaloo. And yeah, that's that for that. We have a little bit here as we've reached the end. We have the kind of the borderlands between the Loch Modan and the guards are having, I guess, some issues, having some problems. So we have, I suppose, we have a quest called Reginald's New Brew. We have to turn that one out. Stout to Kadrell. I'm not sure. What is Reginald's New Brew? Let's lift that up. Reginald's New Brew. Oh, we must have already did that one. Okay, so let's look at our table, because that one opened up Shimmer Stout. Okay, so somehow we missed that. Did I miss even picking that one up, or what the deal is with that? I don't see that quest. I wonder if it was one of those like a breadcrumb and we just never picked it up. It says Reginald Barley Brew at Brunel Village has been asking for you, and it unlocks the perfect stout. So that's weird. A mug of Shimmer Stout. Yeah, this quest is in the retail. It's only available after you finish. Oh, I see. Okay, so this is what it's saying. It says the second that you that you pick this quest up, see, it gives you the mug of Shimmer Stout. So I missed it. We can't complete it anymore. But it says you have to complete the perfect stout. The problem is that the quest giver for Reginald's new brew is Therak, who's in Karanos. The problem is right after you complete the perfect stout, you're asked to do Shimmer Stout. So basically, you have to not pick up Shimmer Stout, go back and get Reginald's new brew, then go back and do it. So if you accept Shimmer Stout, you won't be offered it. You have to complete Perfect Stout, decline the offer to start Shimmering Stout, go back to Karanos, pick this up, and go back to this. So, and I'm guessing that's how we missed it. But I actually, because I'm crazy, on my actual walkthrough, I do decline every quest and do them in a perfect sort of order. So I'm going to check off this one, even though we didn't actually complete it. But that's the deal there. So, because when I actually made these original spreadsheet lists right here in order, I do every quest one at a time. I run in circles. I go back and back just so that something like that doesn't happen. I track every quest by level, and then if for some reason it's not populating for me, I look and I find why. So that's why I have this sort of crazy thing. So what that quest would have said was, Reginald Barley Brew at Blue Knoll Village has been asking for you. He wants to talk to you about a new drink he's been brewing. Said something about you helping him with it. You might want to head back to Brunel Village and see what he has to say. There could be some free booze in it for you. You know that shimmerweed you brought me? Well, I used it in a few recipes I've been working on. One of them turned out great. Here, try it out and tell me what you think. So basically, you have to go back after you've done that, where you brought him the shimmerweed. Then if for whatever reason you don't pick up the Shimmer Stout quest, then people will come asking you to go back to him. He's been asking around for you. Then not only will he give you the free copy of the Shimmer Stout, then he gives you the batch to bring over here. So you have to be playing the game in a very weird way to ever unlock that quest. Here's a copper vein we can probably pick up. So this is the North Gate outpost, and this is a small mini quest line here. So we didn't actually complete the whatchamacallit, but at least on this channel we've covered it. We've covered why is it not there, why did we not encounter it, and what you would need to do. Well, what you would have need to have done would be to not follow this video walkthrough completely. So actually, let's go up and put that up there in the database to be nice to those, like a flagstone that came or whatever. Not a flagstone, that's not a word. Okay, what's it called? Reginald's new brew. So we've got to put this back over here. What was it? It came right before Shimmer Stout. So before you pick up Shimmer Stout, you've got to come here. So let's boom, insert. So you got to pick up and complete Reginald's new brew first. I'll even put before Shimmer Stout. We have to do that quest there. So if anyone's just following the spreadsheet, there they've gotten at least a little bit of a warning. My bad, y'all. Obviously, it's not that important of a quest. It doesn't really add anything to the lore.
My friend and fellow siege engine pilot, Morogh Hildelv, is lost in the hills. We were looking for a rare ore that's needed for a high-grade blast powder, and during our search he drove his engine up a steep hill and busted it. Still convinced that ore was in these mountains, Hildelv charged me to guard our engines while he continued on foot, searching. It's been days, and I've heard some beastly growls in the hills at night. Maury's tough as nails, but I'm worried. Please, adventurer, find him.
Okay, so we just got the lost pilot, and... Wait, why are there 3 the public servants? Oh, because this one wasn't called the public servant. What the heck was it called? It was actually called Those Blasted Troggs. That's what this one should have been called. Those Blasted Troggs. I don't know why I don't know why I did it that way. Okay. So then we just picked up the lost pilot. So we're picking up the lost pilot. And probably going to just go one-shot this one. Yeah, this is just a quick little wham bam thank you ma'am breadcrumb over here to this dude. We're not heading up. This would take you to wetlands, I guess. We're not going to take that path. You can also get to wetlands. I don't know if you can actually get directly to wetlands through here, but maybe. There's another gate up there. So basically you go and if my memory serves me, this has not gone well. The pilot is not lost for any. Yeah, there's his dead body. A dwarven corpse. Sorry, buddy. Here is the corpse of a dwarf, mauled, frozen, and picked clean by mountain scavengers. Clutched in its hand is a book containing the roughly scribbled notes of Morogh Hildelv, and around its frame, still in superior condition, is a brigadier's vest. This grisly scene must have been where the siege engine pilot met his end. And we'll pick up a pilot's revenge. Hildelv wrote in his journal that he was attacked by Mange Claw, a huge ice claw bear. He drove off the beast, but not before it mauled him savagely. Judging from the state of Hildelv's body, Mange Claw must have later returned and killed him. However, Hildelv wrote in his journal his one final wish: revenge against Mange Claw. We're taking the armor off his cold dead body. It looks exactly like what we built, but it's just a little better. And let's read his book. Day 1, my tank is broken, but I know the Chirn ore is in these hills somewhere. I told Hammerfoot to stay and watch our tanks. I'm continuing the search alone. If I don't make it back, then this journal is my last testament. Buren Hildelv, pilot, Ironforge, Steam Brigade. Day 2, my search continues and no ore. I'm wondering if Stonegear was just making up the rumor of that ore as a joke. Well, if he did, then he's getting a cracked skull when I get back to Steel Girls Depot. Tonight, as I prepared my camp, I heard a growl echoing through the canyons. It wasn't a wolf, maybe a bear. Spoiler. Day 3, that growling continued throughout the night and followed me all today, distracting me from my hunt for ore. I think there's a bear following me. If he comes, I hope he comes close. I'll bury my pick in his head. Day 4, my supplies are running low. I still have plenty of food, but I didn't plan for such a long stay in the wilds outside my tank, and I only brought 2 kegs of ale with me. I've been up all night the past 2 nights listening to that cursed growling, and I've nearly drained my kegs dry. I have to head back to Hammerfoot and our steam tanks tomorrow. I don't want to get lost out here boozeless. Day 5, the cursed bear did me in. It attacked me at midday, roaring and charging me from behind. I would have smelled it coming had it charged from upwind. Its stench was something awful. The reek of its mangy coat and rotted breath alone nearly sent me spinning. I fought the thing off, but it chewed my leg up good. Now I can't move. My ale's gone, and I never did find that ore. Curses. Day 6, the bear hasn't yet returned. I must have given him a good beating, but I can still hear his growling. I think he's waiting for me to die. To whomever finds this book, I have a task for you. Kill that mangy bear. Kill it and take this book back to my friend Hammerfoot. He'll want to know what happened. And take my armor. You'll need it against old Mange Claw. Alright, so we finished the Lost Pilot, and we picked up Mange Claw. Just kidding. It's called Pilot's Revenge. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and take care of that bad boy, too. It's up here little further down in the old valley. What? Oh, you stinker. Come here, you stinker. There he is. Mange Claw.
It's too far.
Oh. Just wasting mana like a fool. He's not, no, like, he's not elite or anything. Alright, we are fully in our 16 hammers though. Cool. That was great. We've killed Mange Claw, the stinky bear. And now we can go turn in a Pilot's Revenge. That was nice. And now we're pretty much done. We just have these little things to turn in, running around some beer to people. Going into Loch Modan, we're going to turn in finding Bingles. And that's pretty much going to be a wrap for us. So probably within 10 minutes we'll be done. So despite my lack of efficiency in my travels, we're still going to come in pretty significantly under the episode, which is what I was thinking.
Here there.
Hey, Gleekatus, did you have any word of my friend Hildelf?
This is grim news, for Hildelf was a good friend, and I wish I could have been there with you when you found the beast, Mandraclaw. Thank you, adventurer. Your deed will be remembered by the pilots of the Ironforge Siege Brigade.
Very good.
Alright, so we beat that one. Now we're going to head down into the other valley here. So we beat that Pilot's Revenge. And yeah, that's, we have this protecting. Did we already do protecting the herd? I think we actually already did that. Dang it, I think I just forgot to mark it off. But I'm pretty, yeah, we did. So I just forgot to mark off protecting the herd. So we have Find Bingles in Ironforge. In Loch Modan to complete. And we have this Shimmer Stout, and then that becomes Stout to Kadrell. So that's it. Cool. So we will turn in Shimmer Stout, and he will then say, yum yum, now take this to my friend in this place here. And we'll turn it in there, or we'll turn it in here. I don't remember exactly where it's at. And then we will continue for the sake of the episode. We'll go across the lake to find Bingles, and we'll turn in Find Bingles. So that we have that one done also. Because that's an Ironforge quest, so it's technically doing Morogh in the same way as we did the quest that sent us into Westfall when we were a human. And then the next time we play, we're going to start Tristful Glades, which is the final horde. It'll be our 6th zone. So we'll be making progress like a champ. I'm finally on my first neutral zone in my walkthrough. My trailblazing walkthrough. I did, over the weekend and the past couple days, I made sure to do Shadowfang Keep and Wailing Caverns and all the associated quests with both. I finished off the Barrens, and I don't really consider that a neutral zone, even though there are quests the Alliance can complete. Because let's face it, there are no Alliance-specific quests. So the first neutral zone I would consider to be Stone Talon Mountains, and while it is slightly more horde-heavy, it's got a big chunk of Alliance quests, and I would call it a neutral zone because there's a hub for each in there.
You got my attention.
Hello, Paladin. What business takes you all the way out here? Something exciting, I hope. I haven't been in a good fight in days, and this barrel of ale is almost dry.
Oh, whoa! This stuff
tastes
really
the
puts
Shimmer
a
Stout.
shine in your eyes. I feel like I can see in the dark. I've been drinking more of that Shimmer Stout my brother made. It's great stuff. I want a fellow mountaineer to try it. His name's Kadrell, and he's usually patrolling the road through Thelsamar in Loch Modan. To get to Thelsamar, go southeast through the tunnel, then turn northeast when the path forks into a road. Follow that road straight into Thelsamar. Give Mountaineer Kadrell this cask of Shimmer Stout and see what he thinks. Alright, so this is the obligatory breadcrumb taking us into the actual little inn. This guy's Mountaineer Stormpike's text. There's actually a few. You want to be very careful about not picking up the quest Stormpike's Order
because, or maybe you do, I can't remember, but there is a way that you have to be careful about that. Similarly, by like the way we just did, like there are some breadcrumb quests for Fedis and Lisitas. Okay, so we just completed Shimmer Stout, and we're gonna pick up Stout Kadrell, which is his buddy that he thinks deserves this beer too, which is all fine. Okay, so put that there. Shimmer Stout is finally getting completed. That was a little bit of a path there. Turn in, boom. We're going to turn that one right in. And then we can clear out these because the Find Bingles is the only other one we need to turn in. Find Bingles. That's probably like near the very... It's one of the first quests. It's just been sitting in our log forever. Okay. So that's good. So we will be creating a Dune... whatever, I feel like going to get it right now. We'll be creating a new one for Terrestrial Glades. So I guess of the 6 zones, what that means is, in my esteemed opinion, Terrestrial Glades is the most difficult of the starting zones. I don't really know. The differences obviously are not very big. And
mark my words, you won't find faster griffins anywhere in the Eastern Kingdoms.
Are you kidding me? That means I didn't pick up the freaking Ironforge flight path. Oh, that's annoying. I hate it when I do that. Oh. So I went into right next to the flight path. I did all that blacksmithing and Ironforge, and I never got the flight path. Whatever. I mean, I guess it's not the end of the world. It just means we're going to have to take the tram over at some point.
Great. Welcome to Thelsamar, your home away from home in Loch Modan. Thelsamar is a nice place, but it's not all beer and salted meat for those who answer the call to duty. If you're willing to face danger in the name of the Alliance, then read the poster outside the Thelsamar branch of the Explorers League. Now let me have a taste. Magni's beard.
Guys, remember this?
Gets your head turning. And it lightens the limbs too. I feel like I can fly.
Do you remember when we, when old Millicent got saved right here from certain death in a hardcore life by a hero in a cape? My all-time favorite World of Warcraft moment. It was epic. That was just great. I am super annoyed that I forgot to get that Ironforge for the death. Darn it. Me. That's just... That was a real ding-dong move on my part. I can't believe... Uh-oh. See a level 20 Threshodon somewhere. Here. The one that tried to kill Millie. I know you. There's ore, but I don't care. I'm not swimming there for ore. There, look at that guy. He's level 19. And he's a buster. Yeah, we'll just have to cross that bridge when we get there. We can hearth to Stormwind, so it's not like the end of the world. It's just if we ever try to, say, fly from Stormwind up to Wetlands or something like that just to be lazy, we won't be able to do that. Or Threshodon, that's a level 20. Stay away from me. At least we're 16, so it's not like we're completely out of the ballpark. It's just not something that we need to run and do right now. Trying to fight a level 20 Threshodon And there's Bingles again. We're not going to pick that quest up, but that's a breadcrumb. I don't know why there's a separate breadcrumb out here. Maybe it's like they want you to have separate dwarvish and gnomish breadcrumbs. I literally don't know why. It's important. This one.
So Norn doesn't trust my reconnaissance abilities? I wonder why. Never mind that. I need your assistance. Nay, the movement needs your assistance.
Drink of water? What am I doing? Okay, so we did another zone in the pipe, 5x5. We did another episode in the pipe, 5x5. We screwed up, but that's okay. We will recover. It will not be the last time that we screw up, but this will be probably the last time on this show we do Classic, doing Morogh. So, thank you everyone for watching, for tuning in. I appreciate you. And I'll catch you all next time on Lore of Warcraft. Peace out.